today we have your videos, viewer-submitted videos from all over the world, from volcanoes caught on tape, some weird stuff in the background, to sightings in their backyard. We will be right back with all of that. All of it. Right back. Right back with all of it. It's a live show, just to remind you. We'll be right back. How hard is that to say? We'll be right back after this. Like, you've said it a million times. Jeez. Amateur. All right, let's get pumped. It is Friday night, and it is going to be a spectacular show. Before we start, we have your videos tonight. So again, remember, these are viewer-submitted videos, and of course, we have a lot to cover. Just want to remind everyone here that, of course, nothing in the show should be considered legal, medical, or financial advice. The views of the callers can differ considerably from my opinions, Dex's opinions, or anyone else with the show, including our wonderful mods. You should always do your own research and consult with professionals. The internet is full of fake news, so please take everything with a grain of salt. With that out of the way, make sure you know that today's show is brought to you by NordVPN. If you want to support us through these guys, that would be amazing. Again, they are one of the best virtual private networks out there, and again, they help the show every time you end up getting a plan through us, and you get a huge discount. And then, of course, if you are not getting notifications through us, make sure to go to marfugelnews.com and you will get push notifications. So there's a lot going on. So let's introduce Dex and then we'll get right to it. You can follow along before anybody says that, oh, well, this is this and this is that. We make sure to back up everything we show you here with a bibliography of every link, every tweet, every video. So again, if you show this to, your coworker or your friends, you can then say, hey, watch the first couple seconds, and then you'll know these guys have their stuff straight. Again, we back up all of the articles archived in our website. So if you go to marfugelnews.com, you can actually follow along on a second device. Tonight's show is called Eruption, Looking Ahead. And then when you click on this thumbnail, it's very easy to find. Just look for tonight's thumbnail, and it will show you all of the links. And tonight, it will have all of the viewer-submitted videos. Again, if you want to be on the next show like this, you can actually go up to the top, and it says Play My Video. When you go there, you can submit any kind of video that you want, whether it be sighting of military trains coming into your town, which normally don't happen, or catching something on live news, or asteroids falling in. In fact, we got a really good asteroid coming in the atmosphere, a fireball captured in just a little bit. Dex, what is going on? My internet brother and my internet co-host, how are you doing tonight?
Well, hello, Adam, and hello, Fugel fam. I'm doing just fine.
Well, so we've got a lot to cover, so I'll get right into it. Thank you guys for being patient. Explosive eruption rocks volcano on the Caribbean's St. Vincent. It says out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, an explosive eruption rocked La Soufriere volcano on the eastern Caribbean island of St. Vincent on Friday, following mandatory evacuation orders from the local government. Emergency management officials said that the ash column rose about 20,000 feet, or about 6 kilometers in the sky, and the ash was headed east into the Atlantic Ocean. 20,000 feet, again, it's a little bit under where, commercial planes fly at 30,000. So it was a massive, it went up there. It says, however, heavy ashfall was also reported in communities around the volcano, said Ruska Joseph, director of the University of the West Indies Seismic Center. It says, quote, more explosions could occur, she said in a phone interview, adding that it was impossible to predict whether they might be bigger or smaller than the first one. There were no immediate reports of casualties. It says, in a coastal town of Beryl, about 14 kilometers from the volcano, evacuees trudged towards shelters carrying backpacks, duffel bags, and shopping bags stuffed with personal belongings after the explosion. Some prepared to stay there, while others expected to board cruise ships or go to nearby islands that have offered help. Now imagine that when you're just doing your normal stuff and one of your local volcanoes goes off. Again, this could trigger something else. I don't think people realize, but when a volcano goes off, there's a good chance that it could trigger earthquakes, massive tectonic plate movement. We're talking about it could trigger anything. So I would say, just as part of this, what I do is when I see something like this, I always just watch out and, in general, heighten my sensitivity to being aware of my surroundings. And if something were to happen here, the Ring of Fire, if the Cascadia went right now, we have to be ready for that. That's something that a lot of people are not expecting. Speaking of which, coming up very soon, I want to talk about tsunami pods. I'm going to try to make contact and try to get my hands on a tsunami pod, or at least do a video on them. I think it's pretty freaking sweet. They are actual pods that you get into. And one of our local ladies here actually got into the first one, or purchased the first one locally. These are basically steel balls, kind of like what you would see, it looks like a giant helmet that used to be on those old school diving suits, only you open up the hatch and you get in. This would be a steel ball. It's about 300 pounds. It's actually pretty light considering. And this thing would float and you would be in it, and it would just throw you and slosh you around, but it's pretty crazy. So I do want to get that, and coming up very soon, I want to go check out these new escape towers. If you don't know, the West Coast is expecting to basically be, reshaped by the Cascadia subduction zone, by a tsunami and a 9+ earthquake. So, what do you think about this? Do you know anybody that was involved in this? I know I got an email already, said that their sister was in this small town. Really crazy stuff. If you have footage of it, submit it to Play My Video. And then, of course, this is a shot of the cloud coming out of it. Absolutely gorgeous in a way. Very scary, though. I mean, look at that. Imagine looking over your hills and seeing that. I can only imagine what the sound would sound like. Now, if you do want to call in tonight, the number is 224-400-MARF. Again, don't know how many calls we'll get to because we have a lot of videos tonight. But if you do want to try to call in, 224-400-MARF. And then we have the Lyrids meteor shower marks return of shooting stars peaking with the spectacular show on Earth Day. One of the oldest known meteor showers will light up the night sky next week. It says the Lyrid meteor shower peaks on the morning of Thursday, April 22nd, marking a spectacular start to Earth Day. And it says that the shower follows a months-long meteor drought during which no showers occurred from January until April. But yet we still get sightings of all of these things coming into our atmosphere. It's kind of weird. It says the Lyrid meteor shower returns each year from about April 16 to the 25th as particles shed from the comet 1861 G1 Thatcher. There are no photos of the comet because it is last passed through the inner solar system in 1861. And with an orbit of 415 years, it won't be back until 2276. It says records of the Lyrids date back approximately 2,700 years, making it one of the oldest known meteor showers. So again, they've known about this for 200 years now. Well, actually, I believe, but even before that, it went. In fact, it says the first Lyrid meteor shower was recorded in China in 687 before Christ, BC. Like, that's incredible. Mustard Seed, thank you for the early support tonight. It says, thank you for all you and Dex do. Marfugal News, the only news I use. No, I'm not just Marfugal News, Marfugal News. Where are you? Only news I use, Marfugal News. Thank you. That is the most requested song, and I hate it now. You guys all love it, and you all request that song all the time. But again, thank you all for being here. I see there's a lot of people here, so thank you. And I just am very blessed to have a great group of people around me, such as Old Dude Andy. Thank you. It's nice to see you again. Kimberly Clemens, it's nice to see you. Love to the fam. God bless you all. Kelly2334, thank you so much. The Real Sift. Thank you so much. Old Dude Andy, again, thanks for the massive support. It looks like you're just driving in with several Ninja Guineas over there. Thank you That is appreciated. And yeah, again, thank you. Karen Bell, thank you for following. Nice to have you here. Kimberly Lies, thank you so much as well. Lots of new people. Paul Barba, which I think is a port over from YouTube. Hot Rod Kenneth. We've got Chuck Pat Riot. And I purposely read that wrong. Kishara. And then, of course, we have Adrenodrome Juice. That's, yes, I know what that is. And then Dangleberry, thank you so much. And Mindy's mom. Tower Bear is up in the house. Hey, Tower Bear. Nice to see you guys. So it says that Mr. B proposes $24.7 billion in NASA budget in 2022 to support moon exploration and more. It says more than 2 months after taking office, President JB has offered a first look at his budget priorities, and the signs for NASA are generally promising. The administration today, April 9th, unveiled the so-called skinny budget for fiscal year 2022. It says which begins on October 1st, and Biden's proposed budget requests $24.7 billion for NASA, a $1.5 billion increase from 2021. The skinny budget represents only top-line budget items, a traditional practice for the first year of a new presidential administration because of how the and Congress budgetary calendar align. It says NASA Acting Administrator Steve Jurczyk welcomed the proposals in an agency statement. This $24.7 billion funding request demonstrates that the B administration commitment to NASA and its partners who've worked so hard this past year under difficult circumstances and achieved unprecedented success. So, again, saying that they have not had as much money as they would like, and they've done all of this without it. Why are they putting so much money into NASA? Why all of a sudden is this happening? When you look back just 2 presidents and they completely dismantled NASA and said, oh, it's not worth it. Now, mainstream military government are all saying that there is going to be some sort of disclosure. They're all saying that, you know, something's on the horizon. They're all saying, well, I would watch out for this because, you know, there's some stuff up there that we don't know about. We have major politicians and major names saying that, yeah, there's stuff out there that we can't identify. We even had military say that we have recovered some sort of craft from off-world, and once we find out what the whole story is on it, then it would change everybody's thoughts on everything, which is a huge deal. If the guy is telling the truth, that's incredibly crazy. Of course, I know a lot of you are like totally scratching your head saying, yeah, sure, whatever. It probably doesn't exist in the first place. But that's fine. I would rather know what they're saying because, again, before every single major event, there is a telltale sign. Mainstream always puts these little things, little snippets out everywhere. And then it gets you desensitized to that thing, and it gets you ready and expecting it. You have to look at kind of the subconscious thing, like the little tiny stories that are thrown in there along with all of these big ones. And then it just goes in as a memory in your head. You'll see that headline, and then that headline feeds into the back of your head. You'll see that one line from him saying, oh, well, we've recovered crash. What? We've recovered a crash? And the findings would change your life? That little saying is going to go into the back of your head, along with all of these other things. Along with all of the talk about UFOs, along the talk about them confirming that these tic-tac shapes that were doing stuff that physics does not explain, that was real. All of these things all kind of combine to something. And I'm telling you, I have a feeling it's not good. So, you get the drift. All right, and let's see here. Dex. Let's see here.
Yes, Adam.
Can you talk about... can you tell us about the astonishing new footage is capturing the pyramids?
Well, yeah. So this is basically, they're talking about new footage that supposedly was taken by a U.S. Navy destroyer. It had been leaked, and it's showing pyramid-shaped objects or unidentified flying objects swarming above the ship at night. So that's what this is about. It's been posted in a few different places. I think there is a picture you can sort of see the shape of the object. But this is what they're saying was swarming around a ship, these pyramid objects. We've heard of these before. We've heard of this. We've even heard of this over the Pentagon up in that city. I can't say the name of. We had one hovering over there. Do you remember that in the past? Very much a pyramid-shaped object. So we've seen a lot of these before. We've seen the triangles. I don't know how much this is confusion between a triangle and a pyramid. Obviously, there's more dimensions on the pyramid than the triangle objects that we keep hearing from the UFOs. So anyway, that's what's happening with these pyramid UFOs that are swarming a U.S. Navy destroyer.
Thank you, Dax. I just had a slight little thing happen where a cord knocked over a Gatorade, so just making sure to keep it lively. Make sure to keep it a fun and lively show. It's very lively. Thank you. I hope my buddy Jack, he watches like every once in a while, but I swear the last time he watched, he saw me off screen take my my asthma inhaler, and there was a piece of pocket lint that went right down my throat on live. And then the time before that, it was when my coffee spilled on my keyboard. It's like every single time he tunes in, I screw something up. So I bet he's watching tonight. Look at that. Oh, just shake that off. Shake it like a salt shaker, as they would say 10 years ago. All right. Let's continue. Tonight we've got a bunch of videos. If my computer doesn't explode. All right. So let's pop open the videos. These are all submitted by you. So let's check out this first one. This one says flying anomalies in the hazed out skies. So this is sent in. Whoa. That sounds like copyright. Let's see here. Or the beginning of like a pizza man coming to, Okay, hold on. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Dex, is there a description for this first one? It says anomalies in the sky.
Yeah, so each one's right below, and if there's music that's copyrighted, I put it in big red just so you don't accidentally. This one, he created his own music from Skywatcher, so he's talking about a compilation of a handful of things that he's put together. So I don't think we can play it all, but it's definitely good for the fam to go check it out on our website. So if you want to just click through a couple of the segments that he's got in this video.
Well, it definitely looks interesting. How long is this, anyways? It's only 2 minutes and 18 seconds. So is this is? Oh, okay. Audio Skywatcher. I almost thought from the camera that it was Dubj. It looks like he has a similar camera to RE55 and Dubj, which they both have that Nikon 9000 or whatever it's called. Very cool stuff. If you want to see the rest of this video, you of course can go to marfugelnews.com, where all of the videos will be central and you can see everything. All right, let's go to this next one. We have Iceland Eruption, and this is by Celt Dragon or Celt Dragon. I believe that's Celt. And make sure I subscribe there. Bam. And this description says, was watching the Iceland Eruption live feed and noticed some strange lights moving around the cooled lava next to the eruption. I recorded the live stream on my phone, so it's a bit degraded. This vid shows one of the lights moving down the side. Then I pull back and see an right, moving across the upper left screen. Then a crazy bright light starts at the top and ridge and races down the ridge, the side of the hill. This crazy bright light actually reflects off the ground as it heads down the hill. So let's see what they're talking about. As you can see, it's right here. So you at first I thought, oh, maybe it was a car driving down the mountain. Holy, I mean, either way, even if that was a car, that would be insane. If you're that close to an eruption and you're driving away from it, this is like out of a Pierce Brosnan movie.
And I think there's a faster moving one further into the video.
Okay, I'm gonna let it go. It's only 1 minute and 30 seconds. What weird sounds too. You can actually hear it erupting. Oh, look down here. Look at this down here. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at this. Look at this. You know, one thing is, I guess it's really hard. Okay, so if you didn't see the second one here, there's something going down, and I would think that's I don't know the size. Like, how far away is this, and how big would a human be? There's nothing to skip. It's not like there's a 7-Eleven right here, so you know how big a human over there would be. But right here, you see this flash, this really bright flash, and then it goes along the ridge. My only, I guess, theory on this would be, is that like some sort of researcher dune buggy with a bright light on it or something? And of course, if I say that, then people are like, yeah, that's what it is. But I don't know. I would say everybody needs to watch this on their own and check it out. It's definitely very, very weird to catch that. That's a good catch. This was Celt Dragon, C-E-L-T space Dragon. If you want to subscribe, you can go over to the marfugelnews.com website and do so. Lisa K23 says, too tired. Much love, Fugle fam. Oh, well, if you can't stick around, that's okay. Sorry about the late show tonight. Old Dude Andy, again, massive support. Just wanted to pop in real quick and give some love. Good night, y'all. Thank you, Old Dude Andy. That's totally appreciated. Thank you so much. Bear Claws, and then of course Kelly2334, Empress 46, and looks like Kalo Janet. Thank you. Says, I'm new and I am on. Don't worry about that, Kalo Janet. You can actually it says I'm on Social Security. I'm limited. You know that DLive, if you actually hang out enough, you can actually make money. You do not have to donate ever. Just don't worry about that. In fact, if you chat a lot, or if you chat as the mods, and as long as it's good chat, you can actually make lemons. So why don't you do that? That would be an awesome way to do it. We're on 5 nights a week. I think some people actually get quite a bit. All right, and then it's kind of a crazy, cool system. All right, and then let's see here. Okay, the next video is huge fireball captured breaking apart in Brazil. It says, although this is in Brazil, several different countries have seen fireballs consistently day after day. I actually do agree with that. Is the music warning on this one, Dex? I'm pretty sure it says that it is, I think. Okay, I'm glad that was in there. Says, in the Brazilian state of Para, local residents filmed a rare phenomenon. A meteorite probably lit up the night sky, leaving behind a bright trail and flash. This was it. And I firmly do believe that we are going to see more and more. It says, this seems to correlate with an uptick of fireball sightings over the course of the last month and a half. So if you're unaware, sightings of actual fireballs in the hundreds of people have quadrupled. So we're talking about when a fireball is sighted, they separate it into, did under 10 see it, did under 50 see it, did under 100 see it, or plus 100 see it. All 4 of those categories on the official stats have quadrupled in the last 4 years. So we are seeing, signs in the moon, stars, and sun. I mean, can't get much more clear than that. It says, although, of course, this is in Brazil, several countries are seeing the same thing. Pretty nuts, isn't it? So this was in Brazil, but this isn't unique in the way that we are seeing this all over the world. What do you think of that? Make sure to go over to marfugelnews.com if you want to watch it and slow it down or speed it up or anything else. Cynthia Lynn says, hi to the Fugel fam and thanks to Adam and Dex and Mrs. for all you do. WWG, WGA. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you, Cynthia Lynn, and thank you so much. Can't say enough. You are already on that list, so you don't even have to do that to be on that list. So we're doing the Hall of Fame for the Ninjets. So thank you so much, Cynthia Lynn. I appreciate that. Ninjet is the highest compliment you can bestow on somebody at DLive, so thank you. That is huge. Most likely you will be the leader today, so that's giant. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Dex, I'm going to actually pull up Screener. If there's anything that you need to pop into me, you can go ahead and do so on that. Let me pull this over here. Looks like I already have it. Elizabeth P., thank you for going over during the show. I appreciate that. Thank you for going over to PayPal and doing this during the show. And then Mary R. and Donna M. Bradford, thank you so much. Zippy Moons says, every little bit helps. Keep chugging away, guys. I feel regrets. Things are in the future for you and Dex. That is awesome. Thank you, Zippy Moon. That's super nice, especially when you're saying that directly. You don't care if anybody else sees it. So thank you, Zippy Moons. I know some people probably just say it to, look cool. You're doing it on the side. Just, that's cool. I appreciate you. All right. And perfect. All right. It looks like we did have one. We had somebody and they dropped. So we'll get back to that. And then look at this. Look at my past. Foresee the future. Just a suggestion, you guys, when you send videos in, try to get rid of the music or put music from YouTube's actual, just to a notice to the small creator. In your creator studio, you have like 10,000 free songs that you can use. And if you use those, you can actually use them, and you don't have to worry about copyright or anything like that. Let's see here. Yep, that's definitely a... Oh, this is the Tree Hashketeers. Hold on here. It's been a long time since I've seen the Tree Hashketeers. Fredo F. We actually we helped him get that first 1,000 subscribers in one night, I believe. Hold on here. So let's go back to here. Nope, can't do that. All right, and then Dex, if you want to pop in and say anything, you can. I'm going to full screen this.
I do want to tell the creators that did tell me in their submissions that they used YouTube Save Music that was very appreciated. The ones who didn't, I can't tell what it is, so that's why they're labeled. Trying to protect you there, Adam.
Oh no, thank you. I appreciate it.
Some of them told us, "Hey, it's all my music," or "I got it from YouTube. It's safe."
Well, the thing is, it's like a 30.
If they don't say anything, I have no clue.
A 30-second clip, and to think about it this way, a 7-second clip of music, that 2-hour show that we did, that company will grab that and claim everything for it. Or they'll just strike you without even a question. That's what happened to... That's why I started DLive, is because some guy had 35 seconds of clip in the background, no sound, just video playing in the background. Instead of claiming it for monetization, the guy just struck it. And I was like, man, must have really hated us. It was a weather video. It was pretty messed up. Anyways, then we've got some weird things here. That looks like the moon, but I don't know. Again, this one...
The thing I thought about this one, Adam, is he's moving around, but it's almost like he's chasing it. Like this thing's moving, right? And I wasn't 100% sure, but that was just when I was looking at it. The perspective, it seems like it's moving to the right.
Wait a second.
Isn't it?
Whoa.
I mean, I know he moves, but when I try to compensate his movement for it, it looks like it's moving.
Wait, unless it's sped... If it was sped up, the look, because you can line it up with the corner of the E right here, and then look, it's right here at the top of this, and he's jiggling around like but it's going really fast. That's not the moon. At least the moon doesn't move that fast. Even if that was sped up. That would have meant, if that was sped up that fast, that would have to mean that he is so slowly moving that it's making him look like he's just a normal person holding a phone. That's weird. Well, this is an 11-minute video. You guys can go check it out, the Tree Hashketeers. I would be glad if you guys helped them out. They've been in the Fugle fam for a long time, since I was small. And we helped them get their start, so if you want to help keep boosting them, that would be amazing. And then we have Seeing Double. This is by often submitter Ari55 or Ari55. So let's see here. And then this one should be good. No, there's two on there. Let's see. No, Don't know what the heck is going on with that. So RE55 has a Nikon D1000, I believe. And WJ, I think, has a D900. Like, they're one step above. Ari's is one step above, but it's like they are both these super, super zoom cameras. And then what he does is he uses a AI camera that basically just takes the picture how it is, and it tries all different options as far as, shade and contrast and things like this to pull out the image the best it can. It basically takes something that it's like a grain reducer kind of thing. But he gets some really good stuff. He's definitely gotten some very visible meteors, lots of meteors. And that's another thing. It's like everybody is catching these things on video. If you want to check him out, you can go to Ari_55, or you can go to our website at marfugelnews.com. And then we have, let's see here. This says debris or meteor shower looking southeast from our backyard in Wenatchee. Been watching since the car broadcast. Used to be Mr. Wizard. Now, Papa Meatball. So this is Papa Meatball, P-A-P-A, Meatball. 160 subscribers. Go over and check him out. marfugelnews.com. Wow, look at that, though. Let's see.
I've never seen that before. That's awesome.
Wow, look at this. They're all connected. I didn't even see that. Look at that.
I've never seen that before. That's awesome. What the fuck?
So all the way back. As you can see, it turned into a face where I was filming.
See? And I think there's I don't know why. There's like a random frickin' video playing. I don't know where the heck that's coming from. Okay, let's see. There we go. I think I found it. So that was another asteroid sighting. Another meteor coming in. What the heck is going on here? Incoming fallout over Wenatchee. Wow, that's incredible. Was that the one that was just last week? It's unbelievable. It says colorful, unexplainable skies and another spacecraft. This is WJ. Okay, WJ has an amazing camera and gets some of the highest quality zoom shots that I've seen. And then some of them like hit you in the side of the head. You're like, oh, okay, this is just this. And then all of a sudden, boom. I think this is maybe one of them. Okay, let's skip ahead. It looks like. I don't know what that. I honestly, I would need almost a better description of what was going on here. Look at this though. Later on it. What the hell? Looks like the Pepsi logo. What the hell? Okay, so he's zoomed in. This is like a star, and it looks like something is passing through it. Does that not look like what is happening here? No way. Is that like... It almost looked like it was the... Could that be the... what do you call it? The space station? What the hell? It's got a big old body and then two things coming out of it. That is weird. And it's like something is passing by it. This is Dove J, and I honestly do. He does get some really amazing shots because he's zoomed in 10,000 times and usually always gives the content. Like, what is that? You be the judge yourself. Again, you can go over to marfugelnews.com and access that whole video. It's wild stuff. And then let me pop this open.
And I did get a caller, Adam, on the line if you want it.
Yeah, you can let him in right now. Global Impact, thank you. Marfia for Life, Texas Rob, and then Priscilla R. I have a difficult time believing most of these, but then again, I don't believe in Martians or whatever. Priscilla R. Oh no, and that's totally fine. I'm sure that there's a good chunk of people that don't. But the question is, what are they? I'm always open to, like, what could it be? Could it be a lens flare? Could it be this? As long as it's not like offensive, like, you're an idiot, that's a lens flare. Let's just look at that. That is weird. Okay. All right, what is going on? How are you doing? You are live on Marfugel News.
Hey, Marv, it's Lady Blue. How are you?
I am good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. This is a very quick call. I don't have a video for you tonight, but I was listening to your program the other night, and you were talking about how they may have deflected something coming in or broken it up.
Maybe Atlas. I have a theory, yeah.
Well, the last time I called you, I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm seeing stuff burning up every night outside, and I'm in Washington State. And you were like, yeah, like I go out there every week and I see something. Well, this was what, a couple months ago or 3 or 4 months ago? Anyway, what if it was the debris from that broken up thing?
Atlas?
It would have took a while to come in.
Yeah, that very well could be.
I told Dex I was laying in bed and I just imagined it.
So just to explain exactly what Lady Blue is talking about, we mentioned, so if you guys remember, Atlas was supposedly this just going to be as bright as the moon. We were going to see the spectacle of a lifetime. And it was getting brighter and brighter, and they said, this is like scientifically impossible. They don't know how it's getting so bright. It's going to be so bright. We're going to see it. Everybody on the planet Earth is going to see this thing. And then like
And I saw it in the daytime.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden, from Monday to Wednesday, it was like, oh, they just said it broke apart. This is something that's billions of years old. And it started getting brighter and brighter and brighter and quadrupling and just all of a sudden getting brighter. And then in front of our eyes, which, we're usually seeing things light years away, so we're seeing 1,000 years ago, all of a sudden, it's boom. It's broken up, and they said, oh, it's breaking apart. And Dex did the math, and he lined up how long they say that our fastest rocket is, so our fastest, traveling rocket, and how long it would take to the distance that they said it was. And he went back, and it was like 3 years, and then, or 2.5 years, and he went back. And then he went back to NASA and all the launches they did. And in 1 week, exactly how long it took to get there, there was 3 classified launches without any kind of payload listed. They were secret launches. And we thought maybe that was DART. Maybe that was direct asteroid redirection test, or maybe that was an impactor. Maybe that was a nuke on a missile that impacted it and split it up. We don't know, though.
Well, Mark, do you remember, when did it break up?
Oh, I can't.
When was that?
Dex, you can chime in,
See,
too.
I can't either, but how long would it take for the debris to come in? Because when I called you and was seeing stuff all the time, I guess that was more like 4 months ago. And I had been seeing it, so I thought it would be interesting to figure out, like, how long would it take for all those pieces to come in? And is that what we were seeing all over the place, like almost every other night there for a while? Yeah. So that's all.
What if there's more? What if there's more coming behind it? Why?
Exactly.
Why has it quadrupled in the last 4 years, Dex?
Yeah, they reported around May is when they started to say that the Hubble took pictures of it breaking up. So that would be the time frame. May is when it broke up, but how long it takes to get here would be the question. And how fast it was moving, and whether or not we go through the tail of, or the debris field of that.
Right. So I just thought I'd put that out there because I came in my head. I was falling asleep, and I just saw your show about it, and I was like, I bet that's that debris that I saw.
It very well could be. Hey, and you're in Washington, so I have seen, I mean, it was 1 week about 6 months ago. I saw two right above me, like so close, it felt like they were low on the plains, and it was coming up and breaking apart, and it was small. It was like, it looked like, almost like a firework.
And one more thing. I was at the Walmart out in Chehalis, and I was sitting there waiting for someone to come out of the store, and I saw the brightest flash. Like, it lit up. It was daytime. It was evening, and it was maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it wasn't dark yet. Big flash that just, like, lit up the entire parking lot.
Did you cut out, Lady Blue?
Yeah, I'm still here. And
acting weird.
Yeah, she cut out.
Yeah. So anyway,
Walmart in Chehalis, and it was a bright
right.
flash. Well, if anybody else saw it, that was probably a meteor coming in. And when we've seen the video of it brightens up everything. Do you remember when that was?
About 8 months ago.
Okay.
8 months ago, about. Yep.
Maybe we can find video of it.
Because I never would forget it. It was crazy.
And you say it was about 4 p.m.
I was like in shock. Huh?
Okay. And it was Chehalis Walmart about 8 months ago, and it was around 4 p.m. Well, we'll do some research and try to find it.
Yeah, it was crazy. And everyone kind of looked around like, what the heck was that? Because it was so bright. It was like a white flash of white, bright light that went through my whole vehicle. It was so quick, and it was done. And then I was like, what the heck? But I almost felt like I felt it. It's weird, man. Yeah.
Well,
I never heard nothing about it on the news, of course.
Of course. Well, Lady Blue, thank you for calling, and again, we'll do our research
All right,
and see if we
honey.
can find anything.
Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Bye.
All right, love you too. Bye-bye. This is the end of the Dub J video. This is the kind of shots he can get of the moon locked down on a tripod. He's gotten some really, really just fantastic shots. Just so weird. There's a lot of weird stuff that goes on the moon. Makes it, everybody that watches his shots goes, I want one. Look at that. What is that? Everybody that sees his shots goes, I want a camera like that. It's cool. I mean, imagine being able to, I would watch the moon all night. Okay, and then this is beautiful sunrise with, let's see here. Beautiful sunrise with weird spiral clouds. Ooh, cozy. It says, my video is of an amazing sunrise with weird tall spiral clouds. It lasts about 4 minutes, 30 seconds and has free YouTube creator music. Thank you for putting that there. Seriously. That should be okay to play. It has been taken here in Oregon doing nature photography. All right, well, let's watch a second of it. Man, oh man. Thank you. Buy MF Puller and stuff, YouTube. Pam, your Samson loves ya. Denise Burns, thanks for subscribing. Shashini Sales, thank you for subscribing 1 minute ago. Zippy Moons, I appreciate you sharing the wealth. Hit that like button, please. Mr. Adam, if you're nasty. Wait, I think you did a typo there. Mr. Adam, if you're nasty. Tasty? Hasty? Don't be hasty? Well, I guess hit the like button if you're hasty, nasty, or tasty. Louisiana Skywatch, thank you, says, love the Fugel fam no matter what others may say. Oh, I get that. That's like, yeah, Louisiana Skywatch, I don't care what anybody says about you. I don't care what everybody says about you. I still like you. I still do. I really do. Even though everybody, just say. Lynn CC, thank you so much from Canada. Daniel Lazarus, thank you. Frankie Rios, doing exactly what they said. Killed the Keystone, packing quartz. Yep, exactly, Frankie Rios. And then RE55, Marf, you the man. And Dex 2. Much love, Fugel fam. Thank you, RE55. You don't have to do that. Ben Jammin, Fly By Me, says, hey, Adam, love the show. Glad to catch you live. I moved off coast from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina to Colorado for when SHTF. Thanks again. Ben Jammin, I love it. And then Frankie Rios, the Boom Boom Grab starts in PA April 24th. That's scary. Neil Nelson says, you are an amazing commentator. Keep it up, buddy. Dex is also amazing in many ways. Multiple Chinook helicopters flew over my hometown today. Today, I had 2 black helicopters. They weren't special military. They were just longer black ones. They weren't the little kind of, 2-seater ones. These were regular, looked like a news helicopter, but all blacked out. They didn't look military, but they were flying in Coruscant. So I was thinking maybe that's Homeland Security. I think Homeland Security is white helicopters, but I'm not sure. DHS or DOD or one of them. But then there's black ones. I think Homeland might be black. Mark Sketch says, hey, Adam and team, long time no see. Long time no speak. Glad you guys are all still going strong. Well, thank you, Mark Sketch. Appreciate that. All right, let's go to the next video here. We've got... This has a backstory. It says, beautiful sunrise with weird spiral clouds. Okay, we got that one. Double rainbow in the sky at dusk.
Let's see.
Oh, I love the...
You can see the double rainbow.
Sound.
It's really cool. Really cool. Doesn't go... Oh, yeah.
Patty Banks, first time donating. Volcano evacuees must be vaccinated to enter shelters.
Oh my gosh, that was so close.
This is so crazy. Look at this.
That was so close. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
The noise, I love it.
Oh my gosh, that was so close. So pretty. Oh my gosh, that was...
I get the first one, but the second... That's so cute. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, that was so close. Oh, so pretty.
Wait.
So pretty. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Oh, that was scary. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh.
That is so trippy. Look at that. Lightning with the halo.
I was trying to look at the rainbow.
I don't even know. Is that a rainbow?
That wasn't
Or?
close after all. Didn't hit the ground though, did it? Oh.
Look at that. It's like the rainbow encases it.
See. Oh.
Almost like a dome.
Zooming. Stop zooming. Stop it. Alright.
You know, like a dome. All right. Massive fireball breaking apart in sky seen across the ocean. Look at this. Another one. This is Knowledge 2020. What the heck is going on here? That is just, it's like, what the hell is going on? People along the West Coast took notice and took videos and pictures. This is the one where I was doing a live show when this happened. I wish I would have been outside. I really do. I would have had my nice camera. I wish somebody like, you know, RA55 or Dub J. They're already trying to say that it was part of SpaceX. Look at how much debris there is. Just the sheer amount of stuff burning up. Look at that. That is literally incredible. So this is what, so I won't say that I haven't seen this before. I saw the exact same thing, only it was much more colorful on Thanksgiving morning in, I think, 2006 or 2005, and Seattle said that it was space debris. It was at 5:30 in the morning, and we stayed up the night before Thanksgiving all night. And I told you guys this, my sister, who's 10 years older than me, was with her friends, and they were on mushrooms. I was like, I don't know, 13 or whatever. She was 23 years old, and she was over at my mom's house. My mom wasn't there. Her and her you know, friend, her girlfriend, whatever, this girl that she was hanging out with, she freaked out, and she tried to wake up the entire building, saying that the world was ending, and screamed up to our 4-story apartment complex and was like, "We're all gonna die! Wake up! Wake up!" That sounds crazy, but if you saw this thing was so big. There was no way it was a plane. It was giant, and it looked like it was going to land 200 feet away. But if you've ever seen one of these in person, it looks like it's just going to hit right there, but really it will go hundreds of miles over the horizon, and it looks like it's about to land. I've never seen anything like it since. I've seen it on video, but I've never seen something like that. I've seen just one strip or one meteor, but I've never seen something like that. I was scared too. And then we stayed up all morning. I called Cairo and Como, and they were like, yeah, they say it's space trash. We called the UFO reporting center. We did it all. And then we have multiple points of view. Okay, that was the one, Upper West Coast. And then it says, took me forever to figure all this out. Anyways, my son was driving in Ohio when he saw this UFO. It's not the best quality, because most of the video was taped while he was driving at one point. He got out of the car and videoed it. Voices were distorted in some of the videos. I have no idea why that happened. He was playing cat and mouse with it for an hour. He would chase it for a while, and then, of course, then it would follow him for a while. He called me right after it was done. He was so excited and talking so fast I could barely understand him. It was the second time he spotted and chased a UFO. The voice you hear is my son. He told me I could share with anyone. Okay, and then first off, two old people on the couch. Thank you for your massive support. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope your channel's doing awesome. Hey, Adam, Dex would like to send you a t-shirt from us. I just need your sizes. Oh, thank you. I'm a large. Dex is something you can't say on TV. Just kidding. Don't want to offend you, Dex. I don't know your size, but you'll probably want to secretly text them. Patty Banks, Gypsy Daisy, Lola Cafe, Regina Martin, thank you. Says, going on 2 years watching. Only news I trust. Hugs. Well, thank you, Regina, and I appreciate that. Teresa F., thanks for keeping us in the know. Project Exodus says, shout you and Dex. Thanks for all you do. And shout out from my fiance, Dina. You're my world. I love you, hun. Oh, that was awesome. Project Exodus. Again, Tadina says, you are my world. I love you, hon. Vendel Windhurst says, thank you and Dex for all you do. Been watching all for years. Deep Soltaba says, my first time donating. I've always wanted to. I'm glad I did. I love you guys. Thank you, Deep Soltaba, and I appreciate that. Ohio Elevator Fan and Tint Goddess. Amazing. Holy moly, Susan Donahue with an incredible Team Humanity quote says, Dear Adam, Dex, and Mod Squad, with many thanks and much love, Team Humanity. Thank you, Susan. Whether you're here or not, you get shout-outs, honestly, because you have pushed up everybody. You have made such an impact that people, when you're not here, use your slogans. Mustard Seed, thank you all for you and what Dex do. Malfrugal News, only news I use. Thank you. Gypsy Daisy and, of course, Frankie Rios. Again, thank you guys. Renee Gambala, I'll get to you in a little bit. And then Liz as well, will shout you out in here in just a second. So let's see. This is his son's voice.
Back over to you. I let her ride that street. You know, some person is going to get home. That's straight in. Just go for a little more of a drop on it.
You know, that video actually has potential. If it, you know, another thing too is, to anybody that is like an amateur skywatcher, grab yourself one of those handheld. Well, one you could grab if you had the money. They're really cheap now. They're like $50-$60. You can get the gimbals for phones. But if not, even just a $10 or $15 tripod and put it on a fence or put it on a post. Or they have the Joby ones or the Joby ones that have a bendable arm, so you can hook it onto anything. You can hook it up onto a street pole, and then if you see something like that, you just, you know, put it on that and then clip it onto something. Because most of the reason you can't see a lot of these nighttime videos is because of the movement. And if it's a cell phone, then it can't focus. It doesn't give it time to grab that object. Especially at night, a lot of the newer phones actually can grab those kind of objects and focus on it, but it has to be perfectly still. Great video. Thank you, Susan M. Appreciate that. And thank your son as well. You can hear his cute voice saying, they're playing cat and mouse. Very cute. All right, and then we've got Small Orb UFO. This is a channel called Freak Magnet. Freak Magnet. Be sure to go over and subscribe. Boom. There might be some adult language here, so if you have children, maybe cover their ears.
Entities everywhere.
It's kind of weird because it's like pulsating, but the rest of the sky isn't. See what I mean? It's like it's... That could be micro shakes of the hand. I don't know. But did you see what I meant? It was like an egg and then an oval, then an egg oval. It was like almost like if you spun an egg on its side. Thank you, Freak Magnet, for submitting your video. I do appreciate it. And then we have weird military thing. Oh, I like these. Okay. Says, today I was going to Florence in Kentucky, and I saw this weird military thing, and it was around 2:40 p.m., and it was today, 3/23/21. So, sent it in a few weeks back. Says, I've never seen anything like it. It looks like some sort of mine-resistant tow truck or something. One of the videos has some audio of your last show, because I was watching it when I saw it. I hope that's okay. That's very okay.
What in the hell?
That's awesome. Okay, hold on. Let's freeze frame this if we can. Dex, did you see this vehicle and could you guess what this is? It's like a... Does anybody know what this is? I'll go over to the chat right now. Let's see if we can... Does anybody know what that is? I'll try to zoom in at the best I can here. Actually, I'm gonna... But first, hold on. I want to make sure that I can... Go over to the chat. Pop that up. Okay, we've got John Ory here. Scott Wilson. Thank you. Jamie Howard, Idaho. Stoplight says it's a tractor. It's a military tractor then? Because look at this. This isn't a normal tractor. Oh, somebody said minesweeper. Or IED sweeper. Why would that be in Kentucky? If I remember correctly, it clears landmines, says Diamond Edge. Says heavy-duty tractor. No, that's... again, that's a military vehicle of some sort. This looks like almost magnets or something, or something that comes down and goes flat. I don't think this is for farming. Looks like a drag racing tank, says Sheila. Rob Stewart says it's a road grader. It is definitely military.
What in the hell?
So it goes... Look at the front of it. I don't even know how that would grade a road with just those two things that pop down. And it has run flat tires. These are airless tires. So yeah, that doesn't... I'm sure, you know what, we'll update on this tomorrow. Hey, tweet me at Marfugal pictures of this next to what it's called. I know somebody's going to be able to pick this out, but do you see those special tires? These are special tires. I believe these are run flat, like they're just hard rubber. I'm pretty sure. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's a minesweeper called a Husky. That is cool. Why in Kentucky though? I guess I guess maybe they're all over the place. Maybe they have them in every state. Okay, and then one of the videos has some audio of your last show because I was watching it. Oh, okay, and then here's the...
Yeah, he submitted 2 videos. It was the same thing. We just have one. You get a better shot in this video.
Okay, by the way, thank you, KY Ty. Thank you so much. Oops. And then let's go over to this. Military vehicles being moved by train through Waxhaw, North Carolina. A lot of Hummers with turrets and medical vehicles.
All those Humvees. What in the world are those? There's another Humvee. More Humvees. More Humvees. Oh my God, look at all that. Oh, military. This is a medic. There's one with a gun on top of it. Oh my God. There's another one with a gun.
Those look like they're more for urban.
There was some going by before I even put my phone on. Yeah, there's one with guns on top of it.
Look at that. Lots of medical trucks.
Oh my God, there's another one with turret on top. One medic.
Hey, whoa. Wait a second. I just saw one of those vehicles. Watch this. Right there. That's one of them. That's the same vehicle we just saw on that other truck. See that? Same kind of cab. Same weird tractor looking thing. Same tires even. Jackie Peacock says it's a grader. What purpose does the military use a grader for, I guess? This one has those things down on the side, though. I guess what would the military use that for? See, it looks like a tractor, right? Isn't that funky? Two different people. Oh, look. A military bulldozer. So it does make sense that it would be a grader. You've got a... that's urban stuff. To make roads, duh. Okay, that makes sense. Would they be doing it in Kentucky, though? I guess where are they shipping them? Why would they armor a tractor? Well, if you're going into Afghanistan or something and you were building roads, you would want bulletproof glass. No, I actually think that makes a lot of sense. Now, there's web-only content here that is also too hot for TV. Again, too hot for Marfoogle TV. It's very clever, right? I thought so. Tower Bear, thank you so much. 3 days ago, I saw 7 military fuel trucks 20 miles of Jasper, Texas, headed south. Oh, we've gotten tons of video, and I wish when you guys send me military stuff, make sure to put in the subject of the email military movement or something like that, because I can't show all of it. Some of it I'm like, oh, you're not supposed to send this kind of stuff. We make sure that it's okay to show, again, but make sure to put that in the subject so I can easily search it. Kelly2334, Global Impact, thanks again. We've got Jimmy Shively says, let there be light. Mad Dog, Mad Love Foogs. And then we've got Miss Jackson. We've got Autumn Diamond up in the house. Priscilla R., thank you again. I appreciate that. Global Impact. Kelly2334. DM Walkin. Gotta go up, get up in a few. Have a great night, fam. Crazy stuff. Okay, and then we have Paula and Sandra. Okay, Paula, Paula, let's get Paula on from Canada. Dex, if you want to pop them in, let's get them on. Paula, what is going on?
Hello. Just a second. Can I put on my speakerphone so I can still talk?
Yes, it might affect it though. So just be ready to switch back if we can't hear you.
Okay. So anyway, hi Marfugal and hi Marfugal family. I thought I'd call in to share a story, and it's a true story. That's gonna. So a couple of weeks back, you were talking to Mike, and he was talking, and people were talking about orbs they've seen, and they were describing them as this, different. Some of them are colored, but a lot of them look like Mercury. I think that was the term they used. So this is the story. A couple of years ago, I had a heart attack. I was driving down the highway and I started having a heart attack. So I called 911, pulled over, they sent an ambulance, and I was only like 10 minutes from our local hospital. So I get to the hospital. They need to transfer me to another ambulance. I have to wait. They get this other ambulance, and they have to take me down where I live in Canada. It's a 3-hour drive to the bigger hospital. I'm in this ambulance, and if you've ever ridden in an ambulance, you're looking out the back window as the road. You're looking out the back window anyway when you're on the gurney. And I was trying to stay relaxed because I was thinking, when you have a heart attack, you should be relaxed because it's a long drive, and apparently the faster they get you there, the better, all this stuff. And I pray a lot, and I believe in spiritual warfare. And I've been praying for years with a number of other people for the area that we live in. So our county, I guess you'd call it. And so I'm praying as we're driving along, and I'm not worried. I'm pretty calm, and I'm thinking, whatever happens, happens. It's in the Lord's hands. And we get out of the territory that I've been praying for, and now we're down the highway a bit, maybe about an hour and a half away. And I look out the back window, and all of a sudden, I had this funny feeling come over me. And so I look out the back window, and I look over towards these trees, nice scenery, and I see a Nephilim. And the only way I can describe it, it looked like huge. It looked like it was like water, like that mercury watery. You could kind of see through it. I could kind of see the trees, and it like the Hulk. how strong. And he was actually pulling a chain, and he had this other little being behind him, and he was pulling this thing along. And the only way I could describe that, it kind of looked like Chewie from Star Wars. And I thought, all of a sudden I thought, oh my goodness, I'm in this, I can see in the spirit realm. Maybe this is why I'm here. And then I thought, well, if I can see him, oh my goodness, he could maybe see me. He if I can feel him like this, he can feel me too. And then I got nervous. Now, some people have the power of the Holy Spirit, which I believe that's what I have. But there is a term when you're really electrical and you affect machinery and you affect toasters and lights and stuff. They call that sliders. You can look it up on Google. Anyway, I got nervous, and the ambulance, all of a sudden the motor blew. So I'm on the highway and the motor has blown. And they stopped, and none of their emergency stuff worked either. And they're kind of freaking out, but I'm trying to calm them down, going, it's okay, I'm fine. Then they're phoning for a backup. And actually, one of the attendants, it was like her first week on the job. So they eventually get an ambulance, and I'm praying lots and trying to stay calm. And it took me that 3-hour drive after they sent another ambulance to pick me up and get me to the hospital. It took 10 and a half hours between the time I had the heart attack to the time I got to the hospital in like the city that I went to. And turns out everything was great. I'm still here and blah, blah, blah. But I would just kind of want to tell the Marfugel family that prayer, we're in a spirit war and it's real. And there are lots of demonic forces out there. They're real. And a lot of the things you're seeing in the heavens is real. And some of it's demonic. Some of it is stuff from our governments. And I believe that the reason that they spend so much money on some of the projects they're spending money on, billions and billions of dollars, as you mentioned at the beginning here, is because they're in contact and it's real. So that's what I wanted to tell you.
Which, again, $24.7 billion. Again, just it's like they just keep throwing money at this stuff and all of this kind of disclosure talk. What is going on? It's weird.
Right. It is. And I really want everyone that is a believer to understand that we have been given power, and the power that we've been given is to, put on that armor that you're told in Ephesians 6. If you don't know about it, read Ephesians 6. Put on that armor all the time and pray for the area that you live in. There are real princes, principalities, rulers of darkness, and wickedness in high places. Those words are there for a reason, because it's real. And we have more power than we actually realize we have. And when we're praying, it really messes things up. And I think that's one of the reasons that, like, when I was in the heart attack mode, or, God says his strength is seen in our weaknesses. And I think that the reason I could see what I saw was because I was kind of focused on prayer, but also entering that spirit realm. And you can see things that you normally don't see. And it's not the first thing I've seen, but I'm just saying.
Well, no, and it's a very crazy thought. Like, you were almost about to leave, and
exactly.
You were in between, and it's like just opened up the door to see everything, including the other dimensions of demonic beings and everything else that's here. Well,
that's here, and I'll tell you, on the way home, Mark, like after they fix my heart and I come home, in the same area and it was in the newspaper. Like, this is all, I could prove all of this because there's records of that ambulance blowing up and all this other stuff.
I believe you.
And my friends around, they all know that actually happened. But what I was going to say was, when I was coming home, I had to go to the hospital again because at that same spot, I ended up having another problem and I started to hemorrhage. And they brought me back to a different hospital, and it turned out I was okay. But that was as I passed through that spot again. But cars broke down in that same area. There was like some kind of little accident, and then there were cars broken down around that same stretch of highway. So this is like real stuff that happens, but I know that prayer defeats all of it. And I just want to bring that encouraging word. And we're in a battle and we're here to win.
Well, Paula, I couldn't agree more. And I thank you for calling in. Again, thank you so much for sharing your story. Paula from Canada, thank you so much. And I hope to talk to you again, okay?
Okay, thanks, Mark. Bye.
All right, have a good night. That was Paula from Canada. Have you had a similar experience? Have you had something like that happen? We've had some pretty amazing callers, especially on our unidentifieds. The woman who had a crash in her 20s, who lost one of her eyes, who lost a lot of everything in that crash, and she was one of the most positive, upbeat people out there. Told the story about how she saw the in-between, and she saw herself, laying there. It was a pretty powerful call. But if you have an experience like that, or a near-death experience, if you've seen God or angels or anything like that, give us a call. Again, crazy things have happened, and I do nothing surprises me anymore. I mean, you've got people nowadays who are saying, "Oh, life is a simulation," and they thoroughly are saying that's totally okay. Which, again, I've even been open to it and watched a couple documentaries. But then won't say, then they'll say, "Oh, but that's crazy," or seeing yourself die or something like that. I think it's weird, because I think every person has some weird beliefs that they're probably not even saying out loud, because people think they're weird. And then they're trained by society to call other people weird because they think something. I just don't get it. Everybody has a thought. Everybody has weird things that we believe in. And it's okay. We can share that. We shouldn't be judged. We were grown up in society to make fun of each other, to judge each other, to look down on other people based on how they dress or how they look. Wipe that all away. Let somebody be completely different from you. Let them be at different levels than you. They don't have to be all at the same level. It's never made sense to me. Tower Bear Global Impact says, I might have tinkled a little bit. You're funny. Global Impact, I am not responsible for any replacement couches or anything, okay? End Times, I appreciate you. It's nice to see you again. I was just shouting you out yesterday. Kishara, Divine, Gem, always at every show. Thank you, Gem. I appreciate you so much. Stan Strong Woman. Yeah, I did it. Global Impact, it sure looks like a modified grader. So somebody said it's a grader without blades. I believe that. Unless somebody has a better answer. I thought Minesweeper was cool too, but either way, it looks like, who knows? Maybe they need to make roads in the future. Why do they need so many graders? Are they going to raise and knock everything down? Let's get our next caller. We've got Sandra, first-time caller from Washington, local, from right here. Sandra, you are live on Marfoogle News.
Great. Okay, I'm unmuted. Hey, Marf, I just want to tell you about this brilliant light that I saw January 7th of 2016, right across from Wanapum Dam. I live in Grant County, Washington, and there's a Columbia River's right next to me, and Wanapum Dam. I was coming home from Richland on 241, Highway 241, and just as I was pulling up to this dam, I was thinking, what's that blue light up there? That's huge. It wasn't like it was a road light or one of the dams. It was across from it. And as I got closer to it, it was sparkling. It wasn't like a light. You know how you see headlights and they're bright, so they look milky, but you can't see through them? I could see completely through this light. It wasn't being projected from anywhere. It was just sitting on the ground. And this wasn't a little light. I'm a farm girl. I measure things in acres. It was like 25 acres big, sitting over top of these power lines. Did I lose you?
No. We're all here. So,
oh, you're there. Okay. All of a sudden, I couldn't hear anything. I thought, oh, maybe I lost it. So it's sitting on the ground on this rock outcropping that's across from Wanapum Dam. And I can see through it. I can see the water towers. I see these gigantic power lines that go clear to who knows where, probably Los Angeles, California. And they're huge, but they were 2, maybe 3 times as tall as those big metal power lines. And it was just sparkling inside of it. I was so mesmerized. I thought, well, I want to pull in there and go into it. But I was on this highway and I was trying to take this exit, get on I-90, and I'm like, what do I do here? Anyway, it was drizzling a little rain, and I thought, there was no craft. There's no projection down. It didn't hurt my eyes at all. It's just, I didn't see anybody walking around in it, but I kind of thought I might, because it was like I was looking under sparkling water. It was just mesmerizing. But anyway, that's...
And you said it was January 7th. UFOs. What year again?
It was January 7th, 2016.
And what
I had to look back on my...
January 7th, 2016. And what state was this in again?
Washington State, on the Columbia River, in Grant County. I live in George, and I was just traveling home from Richland.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because there's other people that probably saw it, and I don't know why, but Washington here, we see a lot of stuff. I don't know why we have so much action here.
Well, strangely, I was on my way a few days later down to Mattawa, where my sister lives, and I saw this guy's number stuff for sale, and he had his number. And I thought, what the heck? I'll just call him. So I just called him up, and I said, hey, you don't know me, but la-da-da. I saw something strange down here the other night. Did you happen to see it? Because it's the phone number of somebody that lives so close to it. And he says, no, but I'll tell you what I have seen. And we had a great conversation about all the UFOs the two of us had seen. But, we're kind of between the military, let's see, not sure what I can use for a place where big airplanes drop special stuff out there, and Hanford. And a lot of things happen between those two places. Hope I didn't say any words.
No. And we've talked about this. Above nuclear plants, there is a worldwide phenomenon where UFOs fly over these nuclear plants. Why?
Right.
It's super weird.
Right. I bet it was. Yeah. When I was on I-90, just a little further to the north, I saw a UFO there a year before that. So huge, gigantic. So, yeah, there's lots of exciting stuff happening here, but I just thought I'd tell you about it. Not take all night.
Well, no, that's great, and I'm so glad you called in tonight, and it's your first time call. I sure hope it's not your last, and sometime call in and tell us another story on the next Unidentified, okay?
Okay, will do. Thanks, Mark.
All right, thank you so much, and it was a blessing having you. Bye-bye. Did you see that? I feel like when we start getting specific dates, other people will chime in and say, I saw that, or I've got video of it, or I'll have to look for a VHS of that, or, it's 2016, so that's still cell phone territory. But, we had that one lady who said she saw it in 1989. Somebody had a VHS tape and is now trying to copy that VHS tape over onto CD. You never know. Somebody might have got it on videotape. Cecilia Ramirez, thank you so much for your massive support tonight. Thank you. And Lyle Neep, thank you. Mark Sketch, Husky, VMMD, Vehicle Mounted Mine Detection Design for Root Clearance and Demining. Seen them in Afghan and is a South African design bought by U.S. Army. Mark, I believe you. I also believe the grader. I think that everybody is going to be... an expert on this one, I have a feeling, but I feel like it would be more likely that maybe it's very close. Maybe the one that the first one saw was a grader, or I'm sorry, a mine detection, and the second one was a grader, because one had 4 wheels in the back. I feel like the other one had 2 wheels in the back, which the grader I would see having 8 wheels in the back, 4 in the front or whatever. Anyways, we'll find pictures and we'll find it 100% guarantee and put it on there. Heavy Metal Hair Salon, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I've never actually seen, I don't remember your name, so I am now going to. Thank you. Scott Wilson, thank you for your massive support of the show. Ringin' Constitutional says, you guys are the wind beneath my wings. You guys are coming up with some just amazing compliments today. Thank you. That is really sweet of you to say. Thank you, Ring and Constitutional. Renee Gambala, thank you so much for your support. Liz Gaspari Nutrition says, Adam, another one. Thank you, Liz. And then S. Nort says, the shoes, good even without the groovy moves. Dang right. Louisiana Skywatch, I love that. Love the Fugel fam, no matter what others may say. Denise Burns, Shoshone Sales, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for everybody that has joined us for this wonderful Unidentified Friday. Remember, you can actually grab all of the videos over on our website, marfugelnews.com. You can get all of the callers' info. Every video you saw, you can go to their channel and subscribe. I hope you do. Tower Bear, I hope that you are going to have take a taxi home, because you've been driving too many Ninja Guineas all night. Only 10 hours a day, I think, legally. All right, and then Dex, do you have anything to add before we go?
No. Great show, great callers. I always like these unidentified shows. It gives us a little different break from the other stuff.
Which, by the way, I think in the next 4 or 5 days, we are going to see much crazier stuff go down. Just watch. All right, I think we are at a precipice right now. So if we can take a break one day and talk about some other stuff, I think it's great. Thank you, Lisa R. Hall, for modding. Bones, Rip Curl, wherever you're at, West Virginia, J-Stone, Chance, Jammer, whatever mods we've got there, April. All right, thank you guys. It is now officially time for the shoutro. It's not an outro. It's not a shout out. It's a shoutro. Have a good night. Got the microphone checker, ring what? I'll bring it right back like hip-hop. I've got the microphone checker, mustard seed. I'll bring it right down like Susan D. Think goddess and the tin goddess, Ohio, elevator fam, and them potters. Got Edward Walker, Michelle Leach, global witness, followers of the OAG. Got the Teresa F and the Project Exodus, Gypsy Daisy, and everybody getting us right to the next step. 2 old people on the couch, Lola Cafe and Patty Banks. I was funky, monkey, Franco Rios. Frankie Rios. I've got the funky going right now. With the wrong shit on. It looks like Old Dude Andy is our number 1 with Cynthia Lynn number 2, Kelly 2334, Tower Bear number 5, Versa 1, Priscilla R, Lisa K, Kelly 2334, PG 1093, Kimberly Clemens. The truth is out there. Eliza Nunez and Loch Ness. Thanks for your support. We've got no multi-channel network. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. If you wanna support, go to NordVPN and Marfoogle. Special savings. Eliza Nunez, 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 Eliza. Oh, I bring it on the funga. I not, oh not, bring it on the hunger. Oh, I done these bars. Everybody know that's not on that beat on roll. Ringing concert, hard to know. Read your sky on Will Soul. And heavy metal has long. Covington, thanks for your support. Loch Nessie, Sparky, Ron, Cecilia, Lolly and the knee, partner Mark Skag, heavy metal hairstyle, Lon Scott Will, and the ringing constitutional Rene Gambala, Linska Spari, and S North on the Bala, Zippy on the moon, Litzy on the sea, Daniel on the Lazarus, and Mr. on the B, Frankie on the Rios, and the Ari on the Fee, Puffy, 50, Colt on the 5, Benjamin Fly by me on my side, Neil Nelson on the Mark Sketch, Patty Banks and everybody signed on the X on the Jippy Daisy with the 2 old people on the couch, Lola Cafe, Regina. Got the Vanna down, Windhurst, everybody hurts. Inside, outside, good side hurts. I just wanna